And welcome to another episode of the Coins Numismatic series, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins, their history, design features, and the collector's market. In this video, we'll be exploring one of the most iconic US coins in circulation, the 1970 Roosevelt Dime. From its historical significance to its minting details, errors, and market value, we will cover everything you need to know about this coin. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to coin collecting, this video is packed with valuable insights that will enrich your collection and appreciation for the Roosevelt Dime. 1970 Roosevelt Dime coin. The 1970 Roosevelt Dime is part of the long-standing tradition of dime coins issued by the United States Mint. The Roosevelt Dime series has been in circulation since 1946, replacing the Mercury Dime, and the 1970 edition is no exception, continuing the legacy of this important coin. Let's break down all the crucial details about the 1970 Roosevelt Dime, starting with its history and design. Historical context of the 1970 Roosevelt Dime. The Roosevelt Dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt following his death in 1945. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, was a pivotal figure in American history, especially for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. Upon his death, the U.S. Treasury Department decided to memorialize him on the dime, a coin that has since become one of the most recognized in the nation. By 1970, the Roosevelt Dime had been in circulation for nearly a quarter of a century. During this period, the design remained largely unchanged, with the obverse featuring a left-facing portrait of Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinnock, the U.S. Mint's chief engraver at the time. The reverse features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. The 1970 Roosevelt Dime was minted during a period of significant economic change, including the rising inflation rates of the late 1960s and early 1970s, as well as ongoing concerns about the US dollar and the Vietnam War. Despite these challenges, the coin's design and its steady role in American currency remained constant. Design features of the 1970 Roosevelt Dime. The 1970 Roosevelt Dime shares the same fundamental design elements as its predecessors. However, understanding these design features helps to appreciate the coin's lasting appeal to collectors. Obverse. The obverse of the 1970 Roosevelt Dime showcases a left-facing portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. His likeness was modeled after a photograph taken by photographer Yusuf Karsh. Roosevelt's profile is positioned against a plain background, emphasizing his dignified image. The words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" are inscribed above his portrait, while the year of minting, 1970, is placed just below the neck. Reverse. On the reverse side of the 1970 Roosevelt Dime, we see the familiar design elements of a torch, flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch. The torch represents freedom, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength. The words United States of America are inscribed along the top edge, and 8, reverse honest out of many, 1, is etched across the bottom. 1 dime is written prominently, indicating the coin's denomination. One notable feature of the 1970 Roosevelt Dime is the mint mark located beneath the torch. Depending on where the coin was struck, the mint mark could either be D for Denver or S for San Francisco. These mint marks play a critical role in determining the rarity and value of the coin. Mintage of the 1970 Roosevelt Dime. The mintage of the 1970 Roosevelt Dime was significant, as it was produced in 2 separate locations, the Denver Mint and the San Francisco Mint. The total mintage for the 1970 Roosevelt Dime was over 1.5 billion coins, making it one of the more widely circulated coins of its time. Here's the breakdown of mintage figures. 1970 D Roosevelt Dime, Denver Mint, approximately 1,467,000,000 coins were minted at the Denver facility. The 1970s Roosevelt Dime, San Francisco Mint produced around 2,255,000 coins for circulation. An important note here is that the 1970s Roosevelt Dime is particularly interesting because the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins that year, adding an additional layer of rarity and value for collectors seeking these high-quality proof versions. The large mintage numbers suggest that the 1970 Roosevelt Dime was widely used in everyday transactions, which typically means that most coins found in circulation today are not in pristine condition. As a result, uncirculated and high-grade specimens are particularly valuable to collectors. Market value of the 1970 Roosevelt Dime. When it comes to the market value of the 1970 Roosevelt Dime, collectors generally look for coins in excellent condition, including uncirculated examples and proof coins. The value can vary significantly depending on the grade and mint mark. 1970D Roosevelt Dime. In average circulated condition, a 1970D Roosevelt Dime might only be worth its face value of 10 cents. Non-circulated condition, however, the coin can command anywhere from $1 to $5, depending on its grade. A well-preserved specimen could be valued higher by collectors, with prices reaching up to $10 or more for coins in exceptional condition. 1970s Roosevelt Dime. Like the 1970Ds, most 1970 dimes are worth their face value when circulated. The proof versions of the 1970s Roosevelt Dime, however, can be worth significantly more, typically starting around $5 to $10 in pristine condition. Coins with a higher grade, such as 70, the highest grade for proof coins, could command prices of $20 or more. Errors and variations in the 1970 Roosevelt Dime. As with many coins, the 1970 Roosevelt Dime has some interesting varieties and potential errors that collectors keep an eye out for. Although this coin is not known for having significant, widely recognized errors like some other coins, a few rare occurrences are worth noting. Clashed die. A clashed die error occurs when the two dies used to strike a coin make contact without a planchette between them, resulting in faint images or parts of the design appearing in areas where they don't belong. While clashed die errors are relatively rare on the 1970 Roosevelt Dime, collectors may find examples with slight die clash marks. Off-center strikes. Occasionally, a coin may not be struck perfectly centered on the planchette. These off-center strikes are sometimes noticeable on the 1970 Roosevelt Dime, especially on those that were not properly aligned during the minting process. Collectors tend to find these examples interesting because of their visual appeal and rarity. Double die errors occur when the dies used to strike the coin are misaligned or undergo a double strike, resulting in a design that appears to be doubled. While the 1970 Roosevelt Dime does not have a widespread double die error, some examples might exhibit minor doubling, which can increase their desirability and value among collectors. Although these errors are not common, they add an exciting aspect to collecting the 1970 Roosevelt Dime and contribute to the overall interest in the coin. Collector interest and conclusion. The 1970 Roosevelt Dime is a coin that holds significant value for both casual collectors and numismatic enthusiasts. While it is not among the rarest of coins, its long history, design, and association with the Roosevelt legacy give it an enduring appeal. The 1970 Roosevelt legacy, particularly in high-grade or proof condition, remains sought after by collectors who appreciate the historical significance of the coin and its role in American currency. As the years go by, the value of these dimes may increase, especially for those with unique features or pristine conditions. For collectors looking to add a 1970 Roosevelt Dime to their collection, it's important to understand the minting details, the condition of the coin, and any potential variations or errors that may affect its value. Thank you for joining me in exploring the 1970 Roosevelt Dime in this detailed overview. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the world of numismatics. Happy collecting, and see you in the next episode of the Coins Numismatics series.